So Cindy and Mike go outside, and she's telling him, the kids can't be bought, and their little banter is cute back and forth. He does tell her that he has a plan to get Kyle out, and it'll be through the courts. And she said, "I'll let him know." And he's like, "Thank you." He did say to her, she asked why he stopped by, and he said, "I just wanted to see you or something." And she asked him if he was lonely. I just think they're cute. But anyway, so they're outside talking, and then Mike goes home. Frank's guys, they get the shipment that's headed to the prison. So this is their tit for tat. Cindy brings Mike the phone so he can make a phone call. And I guess this is their routine, his phone call for the day. And then she tells him, Mike told me that he wants me to tell you that he's working to get you out legally or whatever. And he's looking at her because this is his first time realizing she has some kind of contact with Mike. And he said, "Here's some free advice. Stay away from my brother." And she said, "He's trying." She told him he's trying. And he said, "Mike trying gets people killed." Everybody's coming down on Mike. The warden is watching the cameras, waiting on her shipment, and she's popping pills left and right. This is how we know there's someone way above her that's calling the shots. I mean, we kind of figured that out later, but in the very beginning, it seemed like she was the boss, but obviously something's going on behind the scenes. Torres comes in and tells her to go home. He said, "I'll handle this. I'll find out." She said, "We need to find out what happened, and we need to find out by the end of the day." She is worried. Oh, but back to Kyle and his phone call. When he called Tracy, that was that struck me as odd because it was just weird. Like they were talking, he told her he loved her, and then the phone line started breaking up, and he was like, "Honey, all I love you," and she couldn't hear him, and it was just an odd ending to the phone call, which made me think that that's probably their last phone call. That's what I'm thinking, and I feel like at this point when I was watching it, I felt like something was either going to happen to Kyle or Tracy. So Mike and Nina are talking, and she's talking about losing the shipment, and he's like, "Well, it won't happen again." And she's like, "I hate losing Mike." And he said, "You didn't lose the shipment." And she said, "Yes, but damage control isn't winning." Now, I here this scene, it looked like she was opening up more to Mike, and I feel like this is setting it up for us knowing that she's going to need Mike. So yeah, this was the first time I actually thought, oh, they might have some kind of this is she's gonna come to the realization that what Mike was trying to tell her in the beginning about them needing each other is she's realizing this, and it does look like it could happen if she survives this season. This look right here when she walked away let me think, or led me to believe, yeah, she's gonna work with him. She's going to need him. So she goes home, and first of all, whoever did her updo, bravo, because it was in there, it was up there. But anyway, she goes home. Now look who was in her apartment, and he or her house, and I don't know how, because she had alarms turned on and everything. I mean, they probably have her code, but the way he came out was so slick and so smooth. But she was terrified, and he took her and he threw her in the tub. He shows her a picture of her daughter, and he says, "You're a good mother. That's why you hit her, but there's really no good hiding spots." And so there you have it. She's being blackmailed by the cartel. Or not blackmailed, but they're threatening her daughter. Mm, So that's what, hence all the popping the pills, because she really doesn't have any control. When they first brought her on the scene, it appeared she had so much control, but she has none. He leaves, and she was terrified. She pissed her pants. A fight breaks out in the chow, although this this picture looks like a dance. So this is the big escape for Merle Callahan, and this guy right here, it's like, see you sucker. He didn't say that, but it was something. He said something like that. But I think he's a pawn. He's probably going to be the body that turns up, and they think it's Callahan or something. Like he thinks he's happy he's getting out, but he clearly looks like a pawn, a patsy, if you will. So they get out through the tray thingy, and there goes Callahan off to go see somebody, and I think it's Tracy. He told Mike, he told Kyle he was gonna go see Mike, but I think it's Tracy he's gonna see. I think Tracy's probably not gonna. I think he's gonna off Tracy. Ooh, now this. Look at Ian. Ian's out at the bar with Robert and he's feeding him drinks, getting him drunk. There's Ian's drink. He is not getting drunk. So I'm like, is Ian gonna kill Robert? Like, come on. I'm like, oh no, no, what's about to happen? So Robert's sloppy drunk and Ian drives him home. Now, if you remember one of my other videos about this, and they were talking about Robert when Robert had a truck, remember, and Ian was like, "Where's your truck?" And he's like, "I don't know, I got this rental car." And I kept thinking, what does that have to do with anything? Like, why would he not have his truck? What does that have to do with anything? I thought it was going to tie into something, um, like maybe the body they had in the back of the, I don't know, because he could have had a body in his truck. It was just weird, right? So I'm thinking, so was that whole him not having his truck and having this car like just a writer's thing so that it would be easier for Ian to put him in the front seat of that than of his truck because his truck was lifted. So I know it's silly, but I was just stuck on that, like the details. I'm like, why wouldn't he have his truck? But I think it might have just been a writer's thing so that Ian, it would be easier for Ian to put him in that car than it would be his truck, right? Or a director's thing or something. So anyway, that's got to be it. So anyway, y'all, I mean, I'm guessing Robert's dead unless he wakes up. He could wake up. If he woke up, that'd be crazy for Ian. Oof. Although he was drunk, so would he remember? Would he think he just? I don't know. But it looks like Robert's gone. It looks like he's not gonna wake up and he's gone from the show, I guess. I don't know. But we'll find out, I guess, next episode. That would be wild. I'm thinking he might like I was so devastated last night because I liked Robert, even though I mean you can't go around threatening Mike, but I did like Robert. So anyway, tune in next time. Oh wait, that's not the end. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Evil Ian. No, I like Ian too. Bunny wakes up and Mike goes to see him. And Bunny's like, you know, what's the next move? Mike tells him, look, um, because Bunny says, what's Frank doing? I'm ready for some retribution. And Mike tells him, Bunny set you up. And or Mike tells him Frank set him up. And Bunny goes, how do you know this? And he told him, and of course he believes Mike. Um, and Mike tells him the plan. He said, we're gonna do this legally, we're gonna set him up and send him to prison, something nobody's ever done. And then Bunny said, then he's all mine. And Mike said, yeah, he's all yours. Because you know, once Frank goes to prison, Bunny runs the prisons inside, you know. So if they get Frank, which I'm sure they will eventually, he won't, once he goes to prison, he's gonna hate that too, because his thing is, I've never been arrested, I've never been in jail, I'm never. So he is gonna be pissed, but won't be pissed for long because once he's in prison, he'll Bunny will get him. And that is the end of episode 7 recap. So tune in next week, see what happens.